Hi, everyone. How's everybody doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Do a little tuning bowl. Just clear the energy before we start. How's everybody doing today? It's Metaphysical Mamma. It's Monday. What is today's date? Today, September 1st. I don't even know. It's the 30th, August 30th. So I had a good weekend. I hope you're having a beautiful day or morning or evening or night, wherever you are at the time you are arriving or here. So I got to meet I want to share a little side note story. Let's pull a card and I'll share my little story. Talking about like divine timing and being in synchronicity, in sync, in tune, with your own clock. Not everybody else's clock, with your clock, right? What time is it, Mr. Fox? Like on the title of the video, right? The time is always now. So I was going to do a video yesterday, and I had all my stuff all set up, and someone told me to go chill outside for a few minutes, and I was like, I'm going to go do that. I actually was making some tarots, with index cards, and I have a knock on my door. It never fails, I swear. Pardon me for 1 second, please. Oh my goodness. So thank you, and I apologize. It never fails. Wait, day. Talk about timing. It's all good. I hope I didn't lose you. um. So yeah. So I happened to I was like, let me go outside and get a little fresh air and chill with Mama Nature for a bit, and just I felt a little staticky sitting inside. So I sat outside, and I was writing, some cards out, and these two beautiful gentlemen kings. I had my headphones on. I was all in my own little world, and they come walking by, and they asked what I was studying. And so we started chatting a bit, and I just said I was studying metaphysics. I didn't say I was writing out cards. So I don't just throw out information. It's like I'm not hiding anything, but also it's not just, again, we don't just throw our information out. Also in the description. So we got to chatting, and guys, I can't even, my heart is just smiling so deeply. I so grateful for those moments, because I could have stayed inside and done the video, but something told me to go sit outside. And so I listened to that guidance. And right, it's like, what is that? When we feel that little something that's like, maybe we had a plan to do something, but it's like, yeah, something's pushing us in another direction. So we don't always understand why, or we don't even really consciously know why. We just sometimes go do it, right? And then I can just say that's really part of the true meaning of, like, right, ascension and being on time. Because when you follow those little breadcrumbs that get dropped along your path, you know, you think you're going one way, you have something in your mind, you have a plan, you're in the, you know, you have a job, you have a relationship, you just, whatever little thought that is, right? Like I just said, I was going to make a video, just one little thing I was going to do. And that switched. I went outside instead. So I wouldn't have had that experience had I not gone outside and made that change from what I already had planned. Yeah. So these two gentlemen, and I'm going to say just really kings, ancestors. I mean, it's like when I see people's souls. So when I met them, you know, like different downloads come in, and just really, like I said, like, beam me up, Scotty. My smile is still smiling, truly. Inside out, inside and out. And that's what is so beautiful when we run into soul family, and because we're all the keys to one another. So when we're at the right place and the right time, we unlock doors for one another that we didn't know existed or that we even had locked, right? So as we're thinking we're so busy with our human lives and we have to get A, B, and C done, if we listen to those little tiny, hey, you might want to go outside and just relax a few minutes. So I thought I was just going out to get some air. That's the message I listened to, right? Like, I think I do need a little air before I do a video. And then I didn't even do a video yesterday. You know, I had a live moment that lasted 2 hours outside. The three of us talked for almost 2 hours, and I don't know if I should say their names or not. Why not? I don't think it meant Brandon and Tyreek, because I want to give them credit, and they're just so beautiful. I'd feel if I don't say their names, I'd be sad I didn't, because their vibration was so amazing and so beautiful and so powerful and humble. And it was just such a pleasure that, well, look, I'm sharing it with all of you now. So that's how we do. And I have goosebumps right now. The vibration, yeah, is just, that's how we become lighter beings. That's how we heal. That's the keys to healing our lower vibrational frequency of shit that we get stuck in, right? Stinking thinking puts us in low vibrational energy, and then we're stuck feeling like, see the words I'm using, thinking and feeling. We get stuck in thoughts and feelings. So we think it's a certain way, and then we start having feelings, and then we feel stuck. Like there's no way out, but that's a feeling. And those are thoughts that we're able to shift, change, and move if we tune into our heart and tune and ground and allow, right, the center, the balance to take precedence, to come from a balanced place, whether than, right, weather, like the word weather. If we're in chaotic thinking and stuck feelings, then we're having to weather a storm constantly. And like Al Gore said long ago, we control the weather. So by making simple little shifts, I may have certain feelings and thoughts, But if I allow myself to be a little more, right, mobile and free, not be so stuck to my, I have to get this done or else blah, 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 ABC. See, those thoughts and feelings don't always serve us, right? The thought in our head, if I don't, XYZ, dot, dot, dot. If I don't, then what's going to happen, right? If such and such, right? My boss, my boyfriend, my girlfriend, my husband, my wife, my children, right? All these, my parents, these people, my teachers, they're expecting things of me. A friend, the army, and all are good things. Sorry, I got a text and I got a little distracted there. Nothing is necessarily bad, and it's just how we look at it. You know, our perception from where we're standing or from where we're allowing ourselves to, right, being stuck in a certain thought keeps us very narrow-minded, and then that makes us ignorant N-words, and I hate that word. But that word, right, means we are unwilling to be open-minded. We're unwilling to move, to have movement. We want to stay right in line and be in a, like here, my ashtray, my blunt, stay in a circle, everybody in line, everybody around the circle, keep it moving, get up on time, go to work, do what you have to do, make sure you have how many meals a day. So as we continue as a people to evolve, you know, and again, some of us have gone through different parts than others, and then you guys, some of you have gone through like shit I haven't, or that others haven't. So we need your guidance. So we all have to guide one another here. There's no fucking excuse my language, motherfucking goddamn fucking winner, somebody ahead of another, below another. Yo, everybody's part of this human race, humanity. Everyone that is existing here is part of it. Wherever you came from, if you're here, you made it here for a reason, and no other being has a right to tell you you do not fucking belong. The end. So we'll just move on from that point. Seriously. And that's it. And anyone that's trying to do that is someone that's trying to push and pull or tug, right? I got my robe on today, right? Like pulling on your string or your robe, right? Energetically. It's like, Mom, I want some, why can't I have it now? And then it's like, or they'll just let go. They just let go of it. They don't get their way. They want to push, pull, they want their way. And then once they get what they want, half the time they don't want it anymore. They were just, this is another thing with immature, right? Emotionally immature, spiritual, like when we're still at a state of unconsciousness, which we all are. And honestly, I mean, I enjoy being immature, little biatch. You know, I mean, I like to be very wise and have intellect, and I love it all. But I don't want to only be. I don't need to know it all, nor do I want to know it all. I really enjoy, like I said yesterday, being surprised, like having one plan and then, oh, something else happened. And it was like, oh, that was so fucking cool. I got such a surprise. You know, it's a doggy dog world. So, and oh, look at this. And this little cutie, oh my goodness, look what he said he had a gift for me. And this is the thing, you know, our creativity, our divine masculine self is the intellect, which, you know, we are. There's a lot of, you know, and then our creativity, we forgot how to be creative, right? Part of like the virus and the COVID, right? When lockdown, it was like part of that was to remember who we are. Yeah. I have a knock at my door again. Interesting. Hold on, please. Okay, sorry. Knocky, knocky, knocky. So this morning, look at, it's a bottle cap necklace. How fucking cool, can you say? That's so beautiful. I like, really, it's the little things. It is. And look, he made it with a magnet. A little cutie. I am just so, you know, simple things like such. I'm gonna leave it right here. I just thank you, Brandon. That's very special to me. Now, right? People are looking for gold, all these expensive things, right? All that glitters is not gold. This is worth more to me. These two bottle caps with a magnet given to me from this little king. I'm sorry, I mean, use the word little, right? Is just so, yeah, priceless. You can't put a price tag on that, you know? So anyhow, I'm glad I got to share that with you all. A little story of the weekend. And the other kid, let me not, man, gentleman, king, dang labels. Tyreek shared some music with me that he made, which was fire, and I believe I should share it with you all. What's the name of the song? The name of the song is called Healing. And he was saying how he felt like, Holy Spirit came rushing through him during the creation of that. And I could feel it. It's like the poetic type of, I'll give you the handle and let you play it. Let me find it. It's Pharaoh Tyreek is his YouTube. So Pharaoh, Pharao, and then Tyreek is Tyeric. And the name of this specific song is called Healing. Here, let me play it. Let me get my speaker and we'll listen to it while and I'll shuffle some cards. Battery 100%. Let's hear. Connected to iPhone. So this is him. I feel hot, man. I'm real hot. Give him some props. Super. This isn't too loud. My soul's on fire. I hope he appreciates that I'm sharing this. Make sure you go to his channel and like and subscribe and make this shit fire. Yeah? Pharaoh Tyreek. Check them out. See, it's funny how no longer do I take it personally. No, I can't. I know that we all gonna blow up in a good way. No longer get idle. Separate the art from the painter. It's a masterpiece. Scratch off the surface. A piece of shit. Jump off the cliff. Damn. Immersively living the role of a passive. Danger in the soul of the forgotten. What do I understand? I dance in the rain. Feel the pain, drips in champagne. Dwell on what a legend you were to me. Championship dreams is what you get me. No longer know what to believe. I let my heart open and the flames start to breathe. Share and appreciate.
I continue to see a mockery made of the passions that are close to me. What does it mean to me? Screaming for the answer, but my closed eyes just can't see. Confused misery, Confucius came in a dream. And this is why I'm writing. What do I do with these wrongs? So enticing, close shackles won't repeat. Burn ashes to the sea. Economic relief, agriculture turning into a monopoly. Back at the point of blindfold, crying is getting old. It's time to
Emotions are running high.
To another casualty. Mass ambitions was a premonition. At the part of the dark scripture that had fallen apart. But will I write the piece that will
Meditate and contemplate. I was like them too yesterday, too fishy. And they were at Aries and a Libra. Or wait. Yeah, Aries and a Libra. Sun sign.
Architect building up a kingdom come skyscraper.
So meditate and contemplate because emotions are running high.
As the golden sun, my soul's on fire.
Oh, it's gray out, yo, and the sun. Look, it's gray out here. The sun just started to peek through my windows. Yeah. I just, yeah. All they do is take. All you want to do is take. We don't want to take from one another no more. Right? We want to have sex. We want to have sacred energy exchanges so that we're coming from a place of not wanting what somebody else just has. We're sharing our gifts with one another and our time and our energy, which that right there is our gifts, right? Life is a gift. So by sharing who we are with one another, and yo, Tyreek, that I love the song. I think it's beautiful. And I'm so very grateful for meeting you guys. And I'm so grateful that I was able to share that. And I'm gonna let them know that I shared that too. Hopefully they'll be grateful I did. Not upset about it. You never know. I don't like to step on people's toes, and I don't like to just do things without asking, but I felt like that was the fun thing to do. I don't know, the right proper thing to do. Sharing is caring. You know, when we're coming from that place again of, yeah, I'm sharing solely because just a beautiful fucking thing. So, okay, so let's go into, hold on, I got a little mess going on here. What was happening there? Interesting. Everything got all mixed up on me there. What was happening? So, let's see what else we got here, Spirit. So, we got meditate and contemplate. And at the bottom of the deck, its emotions are running high, and that's definitely the energy going on. There's a lot of, right, again, like the well, a lot of beings have not made, as we'll say, wise decisions. Confidence is your key. Right, so yeah, be confident in knowing that if you've done the best that you could, you don't have to be right. You don't have to know everything. And we're going to make mistakes and we're going to fuck up. And you know what? Sometimes we need to fuck up in order to take time to breathe out. Maybe we've been holding on too tightly to a whole bunch of other things. So in order for us to let go of those other things, sometimes some big crazy shit has to happen. That's what we call the tower. So it doesn't mean you're bad. It just means it's a necessary means to an end, because this is the end of times, right? It's the end of a certain time in our lives, right? The end of the world as we know it. Doesn't mean everything, the earth is gonna, right? Earth is different, excuse me, than the world. The world consists of our thoughts and our feelings and what we've all agreed upon, right, as the current currency of what we're all in exchanging in that, right, in the currents. And now in the waters, right, we're going through a different time. It was just 10:33. It just flipped. As right, as we're approaching, right, well, the precession of the equinox, they just said, surrender to the divine. So, yeah, as we're traveling through space and time, it's time to take action. And that action might be sitting the fuck still. And the actions that you have to take are going through the thoughts and the feelings. And, right, your dreams need a practical plan. So you can, yeah, find your dreams, get back into your imagination, what you love to do, your creative aspects. And then by using your masculine intellect, right, we're shedding what no longer serves us. So it's like, do we need this? Nope, don't need that. Do we need this? Maybe we should hang on to that. You know, it's not like, oh, this is good, that's bad, and we're gonna, right? It's like, no, but if it's not, right, it's like, do we really need it? And is it in vibration with, right, our vibrate now? And it's like, yeah, if it's not, then most likely we probably don't really need it right now. Not it's bad, it's awful, it never made any sense, and it never had any necessary purpose here. No, every single person, place, or thing has a purpose, right? We just switch what they are, right, as we're going through time and space, as we're growing, as we're going through things, right? We eat different things every day. We like to wear different outfits. We like to do our hair different, or our makeup, or our nails. So we don't like the same thing all the time every day, right? So it's okay to say that you're changing. It's okay to accept that we're going through change, and other people might not like that, right? As you start to turn into a butterfly, right, caterpillar, the other caterpillars are going to get upset with you, and they're going to think that you're better than them because you're turning into a butterfly, or you already have, and now you have wings and they don't, and they're still telling you that you're still a caterpillar. Now, you didn't forget you were a caterpillar, which is why, right, you're still with your caterpillar family, but you've also met and grown with other family members that have been taking care of you as you've gone through your astasis stage, right? Through your chrysalis stage, through your transmutation, through your hibernation, your hermiting, right? Our physical human family, or our certain friends, or our work family, or your family that you married into, or whatever it may be. That doesn't mean that you're supposed to stay stuck there and locked in like a rock. Okay. Yes, it's like if we maybe already done that. Now we're kind of wiggling free. So we're not, doesn't mean run, right? Run. No, it just means, right. And think of something hatching out of an egg, or again, right, a butterfly. A caterpillar didn't know it was going to turn into a butterfly. It just was going through what it was going through, which can be, right, very scary. It's again like trials and tribulations. So as we're going through all this like unknown, scary stuff, and we're allowing ourselves to, right, be a little more open, right? Allow, like the title, your ancestors to come through. Like who I met yesterday, that's ancestors. ancestors to one another. This is like, and the universe is inside of you, and your ancestors are also within you. The consciousness, the way that we're created, how creation is created, right? We're used to be walking around as humans and having our human conception, but there's a lot more than that. But you have to be open, right, to receive it. And eventually, right? I mean, eventually, it's like, yeah, you will be. Emotions are running high. Don't take everything so breathe. Remember to breathe. Breathe in and breathe out. Take time to breathe out. A lot of people breathe in, and then when you breathe in, all that energy gets locked up in your chest, right? It's like your shoulders go up to your ears, and it's like foghorn leghorn, the rooster. So we got puffy chest. We're holding it all in our chest. Breathe out and allow the air to go past your belly, past the solar plexus, and breathe at least 3 times in and out, both ways. And if you feel anxiety, like, because I do sometimes, it's like, 3 breaths can sometimes take a lot. Like, I don't have enough to even focus on that sometimes. Or we feel like we don't have time. How silly is that? To concentrate on 3 equal breaths in and out just to reset, right? The anxiety and panic and fear and worry that's traveling through us unnecessarily. All we have to do is breathe, right? And allow that energy to calm back down. Like, see on my water, and it's all calm. It's not crashing against a shore. It's not wavy. It's calm. Right? So when we start to recognize what triggers us and creates an environment of dis-ease within us, because then we're at a moment of discord. We're not in tune, right? Again, like the title, right? We're tuning in to tune up our immortal instruments, your body, your mind, body, mind, and soul, spirit. Oh my God. Home, your home. That's your body. You want to have a nice, clean house. Field of dreams. I already see it. House cleaning house. As I said, you want to have a nice, clean house. Are you too good for your home? Remember Happy Gilmore? He's yelling at the golf ball. What are you too good for your home? Get in your home. Number 27, significant number. 21, another good number. And 27 is also 9, 2 and 7, 9. 21, 2 and 1 is 3. Field of dreams. And using our imagination is so important. Hi, Keisha. Thank you for visiting. Super good. How are you doing? Protecting treasure. And again, you are the treasure. Everything you need is within you. Your field of dreams, right? Remembering this is like raising our Christ consciousness, our little Christ child. So right now we might have like a little devil running around, a little brat with an attitude sometimes, right? When we don't get our way and we don't know how to handle something. And there's a lot of the karmics that we're dealing with that act that way, but we can too. We all act that way too. I absolutely do. When we don't have the tools and ability to be able to express ourselves, it can be very frustrating. And if somebody else isn't receiving what we're saying, and then it gets misperceived or understood, and then we're all getting more frustrated again, right? What we have here is failure to communicate. It's like a bird trying to talk to a fish, or right? Sometimes it's like we're trying, but it's really hard. So it can be really frustrating when we're all coming from different places from within. We're all looking at each other like, right, people, and we're thinking we should just all get it. Like, don't you understand what I'm saying? Don't you? Right? But some are, and then our extra gifts, right? Like being telepathic or an empath or intuitive or having, clairvoyant abilities or being able to be, right, clairaudient. We all have different, right? A little bit different, like different color hair, different shades, right? Hues of man, right? Our color is that's like the silliest thing. It's like if everybody closed their eyes, we're all this, like that's where, and then it's vibration, right? To be in tune with the vibration of yourself and your environment, your internal environment, what's going on outside of you. It's 10:44. 10:44. Good. I'm glad you're doing good, Keisha. Thank you so much for visiting. So grateful. I appreciate your energy and your time coming and sharing with me. And healing the ouch, which ties into again the bottom of the deck of, right, emotions are running high. And this card came out yesterday too, healing the ouch. So we don't necessarily have to be like, it's not our job to be everybody's nurse and like, right, we got to take care of everybody else's trauma and drama and karma and dharma and we're here to hold space, but we're all and help heal, but we're also creating safe boundaries and learning how to say no and detach with love. So it can be a little tricky, right? Because we have to heal our ouch at the same time, right? Being a gentle gardener. I love these cards. Oh, bone collector. Where's my bone? I love this card. There's like, what, if you can see good. It's a rabbit. She's holding a peacock feather. There's a clock, but it's more like a seasonal celestial clock. She's sitting in the stone circle. There's the ram's head, a bird cage. I think that's a flying bird. I'm not sure of the skeletal structure of that. Is that like a stingray? Maybe we should read this card. I feel like I'm supposed to read this one. Let's read. Let's read and see what it say. Oh, and look, yeah, and Compass wanted to, like, what's wanting to pop out over here? Compass, magic prayer, follow the leader. And don't go following somebody else's path because that's like, right, follow the yellow brick road. Stay, like we, as shamans say, we follow the mighty purple path. Red and blue makes purple. So we're able to swim through the mighty, right? Emotions are running high. And purple is, right, the color of, right, royalty, the ultraviolet ray. But that's the calm. 860467405. Got my ringer off and it's still blabbing in my ear, telling me numbers. So yeah, you want to be your own, right? The magic stream. You want to follow rescue. This is your own, you rescuing yourself, but we all do it together. But it's an individual, right? It's a one-man job. If you go following somebody else's recipe and others, right? This is what we're supposed to do. Da 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 da. You might end up with the goblins. because you're not following your own path, right? You have to follow your own inner guidance, your own inner compass. So you're aware that you're on time for yourself, right? The time is always now, right? So be gentle. The Garden of Eden is within you and without also, right? The universe is inside of you. I guess the garden is more outside, the outside part. But also within, like we're the tree of life. We are the tree of life. Okay, so that's different. All right. So the outside tree of knowledge, yeah, is the anything outside the garden. Anything outside of your tree of life, you're the tree of life. So you're your own tree of life. Thank you, Spirit. So the tree, that's why it's like tree of knowledge, there's many trees of knowledge, right? But there's only one tree of life. You're that tree of life. So we can share knowledge with one another, right? Encouragement, like how I just shared this my beautiful experience, right? Meeting those two beautiful angelic, right, human being, Anunnaki beings, King Pharaohs, right? Labels, I can't stand them. They're multidimensional, amazing light beings that, and we all have, right, all these qualities. So I'm so grateful I was able to share that with them and with you. And their beautiful gifts with you guys too, because right, coming to life, that's what it's about. It's like, look what they did, look at this creative shit, look at that. How fucking cool is that? LOL. Great. A bird and a fish trying to communicate. Yeah, sorry, I don't have my face, so my phone's not like right in front of me, so I have to keep peeking over to see your messages. Yeah, my friend says that to me often. The fish analogy. He's like, I feel like I'm a goldfish in a bowl trying to talk to people. And he always makes me laugh when he says that. So I'm like, I feel like I'm a cheetah running around in the jungle or a tiger. And then sometimes a mermaid. It's like sometimes I take a splash. Most of the time I'm flying around like a cosmonaut. Surfing crazy kind. Nobody understands anything I'm saying. So education. And so yeah, while we hermit too, right? We go inside self and are able to connect with spirit and shed again the shit we no longer need, coming apart, allowing our light and dark side to come apart, who we thought we were, all the things we think, right? All the things we thunk, like Dr. Seuss, um, and oh, the places we can go, right? Especially in our mind, right? It's like our brain is way different. Your brain's in your head, in your physical body, right? And your mind, where's your mind? Can you put a finger on that? Can you measure it? Right? It's like you can go anywhere in your mind. But what comes into your brain, our brain is like a sponge, right? Like SpongeBob. So it's like it's floating in this, right? Etheric, clear water, kind of like Lady in the Lake. It could be, it's in the, right? Our earth body, this like in our stomach, we're carrying salt water. It's a conductor of electricity. So the salt water body, we don't have salt water in our head, right? That would be poison to our brain. And you can't drink salt water. Salt water is poisonous to drink. Like if you're stuck out on the ocean in a boat, right? Like the Vikings back in the day, they had to like, right, urine. They had to use their urine, drink their urine thins, and a lot of them still use, it sounds maybe gross, right? But a lot of them still use like urine therapy and urine what have you. But again, that's because of why, right? Due to people's experience and who they are as elements, right? What's in their cup, what's in their holy grail as a being, as a person, right? That's why that tree of life is specific to your natal chart No one has the same blueprint. That's your blueprint, your handprint of the gods. No other being, even if you were birthed in the physical Adam and Eve form as a twin, has the same birth chart as you. No one. And no two beings could ever see things exactly the same, perceive things in the same manner, feeling, thought, right? So knowing that and having, right, the confidence to allow yourself to be you, allow your thoughts and feelings to come into balance. What do I like? What did I forget about myself? Right? Allowing yourself to, this card keeps wanting me to hold it, go through both sides of your brain, mind, body, soul, spirit. What do I, right? Do I still want to be where I am? You know, ask yourself these questions, like whatever's coming naturally into your fields of consciousness is what you need to go through. And gentle, right? Or was it the gentle gardener? Rescue. I can't find it now, but the gentle gardener, right? Cleaning house. So you can use your image of a nation, your imagination, right? Image in your mind's eye. That's your first eye. The third eye is really our first eye, right? When we're in utero in a, if you're right, physical birth, we're not blinking and we're in liquid and breathing air, right? We're having a whole life experience in the mother's womb. And that's what we're right now on a grander scale, right? This is judgment of the living and the dead. And you're right. Some look at it as the womb, some look at it as the tomb, and others that have been here for a long time, roaming to and fro upon the earth, right? Some of them look at it as a prison planet, or right, like that they're stuck here. So again, perception, right, is in the eye of the beholder. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. And we're always able to, like I said earlier in the video, right, shift, right, change a thought, move a direction, right? Thoughts are things. So if something is like, it's like, all right, remember, this is a tool to take 3 breaths, recenter, and just ask for clarity and guidance. I mean, it's like that. It's that simple. It's like, or just like, we get a little aggravated. We start to feel anxiety, right? Our mercurial thermometer starts lighting up, right? We start getting lit up. The fire inside of us starts to rumble around. So we're having a chemical allergic reaction to something. We're being triggered, right? Like lightning, where somebody flipped a switch. So as we slow, those are like the causal body chakras. As we start to slow down and pay, right, where in the Bible, it's like, what are the witnesses? We start to witness self, right? We start to take a look at self, right? And you don't have to carry all this judgment and, oh my God, I'm so bad, I did this and that. Like, look at the things you got to go through and feel them, right? But no, you're being guided by Holy Spirit. You're not alone. You're not a bad person, right? You're an amazing fucking star being, and Holy Spirit and the divine and all your ancestors are like, hey, wake up. Don't you remember who you are? You badass. Stop pouting. Do your work. Do your work. And we're like, we don't want to do our work, or we have to go to work, or we have to make money, or we got to whatever. We get stuck in our human 3D self. So we forget to spend that time with spirit, right? Take those 3 breaths, which is also respecting, right? Like if you want to get biblical, right? Like Yahweh, Jehovah, or Enlil, Enki. Enlil is father of the air, right? So if we're in utero with the mother in the liquid, doesn't get deep metaphysical, and then we're birthed from upside down out of the physical vessel, out of the waters, right? We get birthed from our human physical earth mother, and Then the umbilical cord is cut. We come out. The first thing we breathe is air. Baby starts screaming, right? So right away, right, the father and Lil hurts us. Makes us cold. There's all this bright light. We don't know what's happening, right? And that's also a death and a rebirth. So on a grander scale, we're going through that, but this is more like metaphysic, right? This is we're going through death and rebirth in our physical vessels, which is also what they're calling the V word, but they don't want you to know that. That's just your Kundalini rising and your DNA upgrading. So we're going to feel messy, and it's like, this is, grand scale spiritual puberty. This is a galactic ascension. So there's the plants, the animals, the earth, all planets, everything is feeling it. Everybody, everything, everyone, every person, place, or thing is all well, we're all on different, right, waves. If you're in the ocean, right, the water hits us all different. If we're all hanging out playing in the water and like are just chilling in the water, a wave could come hit you and not really touch me. Or it looks like this big wave's coming and then it just kind of dissipates and it's like, ah. Especially when we're little, we're like all excited for the big wave and then it comes and it's like, oh, what was that? Right? Or sometimes, right, we get hit with a rogue wave. There's like, so there's all these different, right? Think of the word current. How many different ways can you apply that word? Right? Current events, the current of electricity, a current in the water, right? The waves are currents pushing back and forth, right? From the tidal moon. Currency, what we exchange that we call money right now. Money. That's the current currency we've all agreed to exchange presently until we finish our education programming coming to a theater near you. So as we keep swimming through, it's like, and the higher ups or the elite or whatever, and there's assholes mixed in everywhere, right? But on a grand scale, it's like archons, great grandparents, they're not all, nothing is ever all bad. But it's like, but it depends on if it's like if someone's trying to sneak through a door or sneak something that doesn't belong to them, and then they're like, and then the people that got yelled at are like, they're bad, they're mean. It's like, okay, but wait, hold on. Well, what were you doing there though? Were you sneaking in somewhere after it was right? Like, did you go? Yeah. Were your hands all up in the cookie jar? Right. We're gonna take a look at that. So being accountable for what we've done or where we've and again, because sometimes people get scared. What's our biggest fear? The opposite of love is not hate. People that try to use anger and like that word as like a powerful means of like, they're honestly very afraid. They don't like themselves very much. They have pain that's so deep that they've covered it up with pride or ego because the fear was so grand that they had to, right, make an alternate, right? That's what we call the devil or the ego. It's like, oh, nope, you ain't gonna mess with me. We're just gonna pretend we're this, or we're gonna have this instead, or right, it cloaks you. And everybody's gone through some kind of PTSD or abuse or some kind of, right, trauma that we're all trying to heal from. So it's very important to, recognize that and give yourself due credit where it's due. Be gentle with yourself. The most important thing you can do is love yourself, which my friend hates to hear that, right? You can't love anybody else until you love yourself first. But that's why there's so many people that are married and have all these kids running around all over the place, because everybody just wanted, right? Everybody wanted to, I want to have a husband or a wife. I need to have a family. If I have a baby, then I'll feel better. People do, right? Looking for love in all the wrong places. Does that make them bad people? I mean, maybe they're not doing the most balanced of things. Are any of us? Ain't none of us come with, whether we're the parent. I'm a parent and a child. So I know my parents didn't have a guidebook. I didn't have a guidebook. All the books that we have, you still can't possibly be prepared. And all our children are different, right? So again, our expectations or what we think something might be may not be the way that that thing, person, place, or thing actually is, right? Or it may be some parts of that, but not, right? So we assume a lot or expect a lot as, right? That's part of our human, I'm going to say rejectedness, retardness. Please don't mind my word, but it's like me. That's where we, we stumble. But our human part of us is also fucking most awesome, right? It's like we got a body and all these amazing tools within and without. Shifts happen. Stabilize your energy field. Divine intervention. That's what's up. And please like, subscribe, and hit the bell. And share if you can as well. Keep the currents moving. Let's keep swimming together. Keep swimming. One big fish. Accepts the opportunity that is offered. Glastonbury Goddess. And confront your opposite polarity. Encounter in Wistman's Wood. And for any of my gematrias, peoples or anything, if you look up gematria, these are Saint Marie's de la Mer. Adapt to a new situation. And that's what, yeah, we're gonna go fast now, guys. This came yesterday too. The shifts happen, right? Shit happens and shifts happen. Stabilize your energy fields. So again, yeah, doing your internal work, doing your letting go of what no longer serves you, detaching with love where you need to, practicing forgiveness and taking no shit. Yeah. All important things to adapt to the new earth, which is what we're all doing. And everybody's doing really fucking amazing and just fine. Just so I can give you a little credit. So a lot of time I come on and it's like, da, 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 and da. I feel like I do anyhow. But yeah, no, everybody's doing fucking amazing. This is hard shit. This ain't easy. And we also all agreed to come here for this. So it's like, again, give yourself a pat on the back. You're a spiritual gangster warrior. So that deserves some fucking kudos. Like, dance around in your room a little in your underwear or something, Put some old music on that you haven't listened to a while. An old song. Like, what was your favorite song? One of your favorite songs from growing up? Listen to some old school. Magic is alive. Ask your divine child. Now, who's your divine child? You may be a mom like me, and I absolutely have divine children. But your specific divine child is that Christ child within your solar plexus. They could be twins, right? The devil and Jesus, Bizzlebub and they can bounce back and forth there, right? Sometimes we're like, meh, and sometimes we're like, oh, I'll help you. I would, right? But sometimes you catch us on the wrong moment. You're like, what do these people want? Don't they know I'm busy, right? We expect people to be telepathic. They call, they knock on the door as soon as we start a video. We're like, oh. I'm only kidding. I don't mind. I already find the middle ground, compromise. I learned that a long time ago. Yeah. I mean, I'm perfect at it though. I still get caught up in emotions and caught up in flustering, chaotic thinking, right? Old thinking patterns that get me fucking looped up like a dog chasing its tail. Backwards gods. Transmutation on the tour. And that's like the tower, a sword, a Rosicrucian flower, the dragon. Oh, his little, like his little rock is like mine there. You see that? That's so cool. Synchronicities. Sacred journey, pilgrimage, Sarah and Avalon. And this is the sacred journey, your pilgrimage. Or like the word exile. Ooh. I just exiled my camera. Sorry about that. Exiled you right out of here. That word just means like go freaking find yourself. And look at, I knocked that over and just it's 1109, which is 911, right? 9011, which is also 11, which is 1111 twin flames and the 0 in there, masculine and feminine balance. Seek the symbols, decipher their meaning. That's funny as I just said it. Queen Khalifa. And anything that stands out in this video or any others, right? Like an animal or anything, a word, or spirits talking to you too through me. So our messages may vary a little as we're right traveling through together and sharing. I'm so do whatever sticks up, maybe write some things down, like look into them later, look up the etymology or the metaphysical meaning or the numerology, certain numbers. Start to dig a little deeper to educate yourself to find your roots, right? And I'm encouraging you. And by you, thank you so much for being here, Mikisha. You're encouraging me as well. And your energy is awesome. You have a really very nice calm vibe. And I feel like you're giggly, which I love. I love a sense of humor. Climb the spiral ladder one step at a time. And see how those stairs are like floating? They're not nailed down with a hammer and nails with man's hands. So your DNA ladder, right? Jacob's ladder, your triple helix DNA that we're coming into the 3 spiral triple strand DNA. It's like the Kundalini rising, the 3 snakes coming up right up the base of the spine. 1111. So as you again, the shaman's celestial journey, allow yourself to go through what you need to go through and give yourself permission to also take a break and have rest, okay? Because this is exhausting work, right? So you're going to run wild for a while, and that might be sitting still physically, but in your mind, you're allowing yourself to go through past lifetime shit, whatever's coming in, you're allowing your thoughts and feelings. It's like you kind of allow it, right? This is the flood. You allow it to come flooding in, but you have control over the valve. Okay, it's like turning your faucet on and off. If it's too much, turn it down a little, calm the energy down a little. If it's too loud, turn the volume down a little. If it's too messy and chaotic, ask for clarity. Or it's too much right now. I need this is too much right now. So, but you have to take control of the wheel. You're driving your car. Don't let Satan or the devil or somebody else take over and tell you what direction you need to be going in. Right? It's like you already took your tests. Now you're exploring other realms within yourself. So again, this is a one-man job. You have to do that by giving yourself permission, right, to wake up and come to life. 1010, really? You know, that's funny too, Keisha. I felt guided before I did this to actually put the time as 1010. But I ended up leaving and I was like, oh, I kind of wanted to do that, but I kind of wanted to come on. And I should have left it 1010 because I was late coming on. So yeah, check that out. 1010 and like binary code, right? 100101. Lots of zeros and ones. And also the binary code or zeros and ones is like balance of masculine and feminine. Visualize healing. The burning of the sage. And break free. Regain your youth and fly. Right? So again, coming apart. Right? Everything's falling apart right now in a certain sense, right? We got COVID or Corona and all. And the word Corona means ring around the moon or the ring around the sun, right? Ring of Saturn, wedding ring, the ring, the glow, the corona. It's also a wreath. It goes deep into like pagan and like archaic stuff. Right? And co means more than one. And vid, I gotta look that up better, VID, but backwards is divide, right? Like dividends, dividing. So coming apart. So they use fear and control, but it's like, right, but you, again, you got to be the driver of your car. Just because somebody says something, is like, oh my god, go over there. Or that, right, the sky's falling over there. Doesn't mean you need to go run either way. It's like you can look at them and know that that's your big brother or your uncle that's just trying to like play a trick on you. Yeah. Sometimes we need a little encouragement to remember that our uncles and our brothers, our big brothers and our uncles, they like to fuck with us. They like to hold buzzers in their hands and shake our hands. They like to say, pull my finger and embarrass us and fart in public. They want you to play baseball with them, but if we play better than them, then they get mad and they try to sometimes hurt us or they'll whip a baseball at us, right? Like, so just keep a sense of humor and remember, we're going to get them back. I'm just kidding. Little sisters can play that game too. What do you say? It's been a while since I felt fly. Aww. Girl, me too. I've been hanging out in pajamas and robes and like, yeah, greasy hair, like leaving my hair in braids for days. Yeah, well, I'm wolf child for sure, but wild child. I mean, just it's been a while and I've just been, yeah, in the wilderness like a wild child. But our beauty is within, and that's a big huge part of it too. It's like, inside we have all these crystals within us. We are the stars. You are a star. You have your very own sun, right? Your physical birthday is your soul sign, your sun sign. That's your physical born day, which is the day your soul, entered into this physical realm as a human, right? Your moon sign, you have to have the time of your birth and the place that you were born. And if you pop that into a like astrological, they have lots of free like Astro Cafe. There's quite a few where you could pop up and find your information if you haven't done so. 1 second. Return from the underworld, engage life, journey to the halls of Osiris. And this is part of it, right? Yeah, find your natal chart, because your moon sign is how you feel within. So your sun sign is like, oh, this is what I got to do during the day. I like this. I'm going to wear this. I don't want that. Oh, I don't like this person. That smells gross. I love that, right? So that's our sun sign. All those thoughts and things that are this, all right, the yellow, the sun, bopping around the day, going round and round. Hurry up, got to go. Figured it out. And then what you like, don't like. And it's kind of like your personal, like your license, your personal ID. All right, well, we've gone through them. That's like our likes and preferences and dislikes. And then your rising sign or your ascendant sign, that's the same thing. They just call them different names. That's how other people see you. So once I understood that, it's like your sun sign is your identifier, what you like and don't like, right? Kind of like your ego, your physical experience and likes and dislikes. But your moon sign, it's like, you ever notice how like sometimes you feel a certain way inside? It's like, oh, I do that all the time. It's like, I feel all this like nice mushy, oh, and then I go to talk and it's like, hey, yo, da. It's like, what the fuck? It's like my moon sign won't allow my mouth, my human mouth, it takes over sometimes. So it's like my sun sign might think it wants to say something else, and then my moon jumps up and out, and it's like, oh no, we're not going there. Or vice versa, the sun sign's what takes over and it hides the moon, because that's where it's vulnerable, or yeah, where it's more of a vulnerable, you're coming from a more vulnerable place, the dark, right? So we all put a mask on walking around during the day, which is also part of the virus and why we're all wearing masks, right? It's like the devil's masquerade. Everybody dancing, trying to figure out who everybody is and find themselves. It's right. It's very, very deep metaphysical. You know, you got to dive down the rabbit holes so that you're not getting pushed back and forth again, like, right, like my robe thing, you're not getting tugged, and right, you ain't in line for the slaughter like a sheeple. Yeah, know what I'm saying? Meh. Bring peace to troubled waters. The emergence of Celtic white Terra. Retreat into nature. Solitude. Redwood shamanka. That's all wolves. This is one of my favorite cards. So, do I have anything else that we need to share, Spirit? I know I've scheduled another video, healing karma. I think for 11:45, if I'm not mistaken. And that's for divine masculines and divine feminines. Divine masculine, divine feminine, twin flame. It's going to be a secret stream. I'm announcing it now. Because I have a live visitor. So if you'd like to join me, Keisha, feel free. I'm going to take a little few minute break and grab a cup of tea. And yeah, let's just pull actually before I depart, let's pull a dragon card. Pull some dragon energy. Draconian Anunnakis and a dragon 1122. You know, knowing the star systems, starting to learn and discover the star systems that you come from, right? Your extraterrestrial and ultra terrestrial origin, because that's where you come from, the stars. Again, your natal chart starts to give part of that information on a 3D human level. You start to dive into that, and then also, you know, some come from Pleiades. We have Sirius star system, Lyra, Arcturus, Draconis, There's so many. Algol, Antares, Spiken, Spica. So we're all from lots of different mixtures of stars, right? Some Hyperborea, supernova. So depending on, right, who you are as a being, you're gonna, like, our elements, our thoughts and feel, that stuff has to do with all of that. Bathes you in divine feminine light. Silver lunar dragon. That's what's up. Come into balance and practice peace, harmony, and cooperation. Expand your causal chakra. That's so awesome, because that's exactly, I said that a little earlier in this video about the causal chakras, which is our we have the 7 main that they talk about, right? The 7 lamps, the 7 candles, and then but there's a lot more, and those are other videos I will get into further, but yeah, that's a pretty beautiful way to end the reading. And please, again, like, subscribe, and hit the bell, and share as well, so we can keep a current moving out of hell, which is just one of my names as well, with one L, Hel. There's Hallel and hell with 2 L's. Different entities, different energies, and nothing stays the same and stays stagnant. The only constant is change. So make sure you're making change, because change is what holds weight. You can have a stack of bands, all bills weigh the same. But if you have change, now you got some weight to balance out on that scale, right? How many positive thoughts have you had? Right? How many, like, do you ever see Willy Wonka? A good egg, bad egg, right? What did you say here? Let me just read your comment. Yeah. Same here. My youngest just started kindergarten. Oh, cool. Oldest started middle school. Oh, so cool. Congratulations. I'm still in shock for like the whole day when they get home and start fighting. Yeah. You will. And our children now are so here. You just say our children. I'm gonna pull a special card for you. Hold on. Your babies are star seeds, mama. So, they are here to help guide you too. So, like, talking about ancestors, there are a lot of our children are our ancient ancestors, and they already come with all that. It's like when you get a new iPhone or a new computer, we don't buy one with all this shit that's not needed. They take out the apps that people don't like and all that extra unnecessary bullshit. So our children, they already came with a purified system, uncorruptible. Like this virus, a virus, right, messes up computers. We are a computer system and all that too. That's why it's so important we love, guide, and nurture our babies and listen to them, because spirit big time speaks through them, So you totally, yeah, like freedom. Andromeda! Yeah. So cool. Oh, yeah, with your, yeah, that's why. Yo, I have 3 daughters, 3 girls, and yeah, they're all unbelievable. That's why I said before, so amazing in their own ways. And yeah, my youngest has said to me, like, I have infinite knowledge and something and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, and the pictures that she has drawn and the things that have come out of her mouth are just yeah, there's like it's yeah, there's no words for it possibly, and you can't learn that shit in school or on television. It's like they just have, again, we're all so gifted, which is, and kudos and congratulations to you, because if you were gifted with such a divine child, like, also look at with that card, listen to your, wait a minute, I don't even care if I'm late for that other video now, Mama. Hold on. I'm like, where'd that one go? It's why did it mess with me? Yeah. Magic is alive. Ask your divine child. And fairy goddess mother. Hopefully you can see that good. So cute. And look, she's holding like a little etheric nest with like 3 eggs. So yeah, this might mean, yeah, a little, right? Yeah, I enjoy. I feel your energy is beautiful, and yeah, so like definitely enjoy. I felt that way too. I'm a young mom, and I think I always knew I was gonna be a young mom. I did always know. I knew, like I knew when I came here as a human being that I was gonna be a young mom. Like I knew that's what I came for. Um, so I had my first daughter right before I turned 21. And I worked in the bars at that time. And I had her in April, and then May, I turned 21. And I was ready. I was pumping out my boobs in the toilet in the ladies' room because they were all filled with milk, and I was drinking, and they kept swelling up of me when I was out. So my girlfriend, my best friend from growing up, she grabbed one, I grabbed the other, and we were like over the toilet milking me like a cow because they hurt so bad going out and drinking the month after, I just had her. The sacrifices. So I'm happy I got to share that too. That was a fun memory to share. But again, yeah. Kelly last night told me that she is glad she picked a mommy. Oh yes. Oh, let me listen, Keisha. I have full body goosebumps. Look, wait, on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, they do pick us. Like that's what our needle. We pick the soul. Like we make us. That's part of a soul contract. So as a soul, we pick our parents and right the challenges and etc. that we're gonna go through. So a lot of us, if you're a divine feminine masculine, twin flame, starseed, indigo, etc., Andromedan, yeah, you came right to help bring balance. So you're again like you're a spiritual gangster. You're a badass. You're like, no, I'm coming to help save humanity. You decided to come and I'm getting goosebumps. Dive down here into a human vessel. So that's why it's like nobody know better or worse, but it's like, no, hell yeah. If you made it to this point, you fought to be here and create this balance. And look, you have this beautiful, divine, angelic star seed that chose you to swim through all this with. I mean, that's just like I don't, yeah, right? Priceless. There's no words. There's not a feeling that you could label to put on that, right? It's like yeah. So freaking cool. 25 when I have my first. The things we do being a mom. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm happy to say now my oldest is 24. She was born 97. So now we go to the gym. She's my best friend. She always been my best friend, but she really is. She's my best friend. I'm so proud of her. And it's funny as when I talk about my daughters to other people, because right now we're separated as far as our living situation and all that goes. And it's been hard, but at the same time, I'm aware as a divine being that like we all have to be where we are right now. So we're having the experience that we need to have so that we're all, everybody's doing their job, right? A bird does what a bird does, a snake does what a snake does, a fish does what a fish does. All the animals did, if all us did what we just needed to do, like, wow, right? Instead of like that jealousy and envy thing. People like want the grass is greener on the other side, or they want what's on somebody else's plate, or how come they can't have that too right now? And we can all be that too. We can all feel like that. But there's some that are right, like that more majority of the time than not, which causes lots of imbalance, right? 1133. So, surrender to the sweetness. These are the starseed cards. Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. And look at that. There's like a real handsome, sexy man hiding over there. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. He's like, hey, that might be a distraction. We might want to keep him out of the picture. I'm just kidding. Oh, portal. Here we go, Keisha. Doors are opening. You decide. Rewards. Wild card. I see. I knew we had to pick another. I knew we had to before we departed from this session. Ooh. And then, okay, at the bottom of the deck is fall into my arms. Surrender. Surrender, Dorothy. Holding the opposites. Extremes of life. And we pulled that too in the other deck, right? Confronting your polar opposite polarity. And so, right, the portal is taking us into unknown spaces. So we have to do that freedom, that trust fall. So we may feel like we're coming apart, but we're coming to life. And we just have to go through our shit, right? Double mission, light worker, starseed, serve the world by being you. And that's all we can do. That's why I was just right. If you're you, by being you and doing, whether that's like, oh, I feel like taking a bath. We could feel guilty because we're going to take time out to go have a bath for ourselves, right? No. You need, if you can't take care of you, how can you take care of everybody else, right? So we have to start giving ourselves permission. Do I have to have all that groceries in a cabinet? Do I have to go shopping? What's the word? They're going to complain. Half the time, right? We go buy food, we make it, and then they're like, I don't want that. Or somebody else wants something else anyway. We got to make 2 or 3 different dinners. Now we got to put leftovers. Now we got to clean the dishes. We're picking at everybody's leftovers. And then half the time, half those leftovers get thrown out too, right? Or whatever. So I've learned throughout time to start, right, shedding again what I think I need, and then do I need it right now? And it's like, right into the void. Stop. Pause. Take 3 breaths. Say, I'm worth it. I am love. I have ability to come and heal myself. I just have to remember to breathe and ask for clarity. Right? And when we ask and you shall receive. If we're like, I never have this, I don't have and we're saying those things in our head, that's what we're manifesting, and we ain't ever gonna have it. Yeah. Look, you got the love, Hadarian energy, codependency and boundaries. And that's like, again, this whole, especially America, is a codependent alcoholic nation. It's very immature emotionally, right? And it's full of addiction, whether people are addicted to power, drugs, drinking, fucking, right? Wanting what somebody else has. They don't want anything until, right? As soon as, people have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, nobody wanted them before, but now, because we're taken, or because they're taken now, right? Now they're attractive. We always want what you can't have, right? You can touch any tree in the garden, just not that one. How come? Why can't I touch that one? Yeah. Right? So my motto is more like, yeah, I leave the motherfucking door open. And it's like, take what you need and don't take more. And if you do, just bring it back at some point, right? It's like to bring back the balance. So, but if beings are taking things that don't belong to them, right? Again, that's why that's part of the setup. It's like we left our door open on purpose, beaches. Yeah, it's like because we go by a trust code. Like, so it's like 24/7, the door's open. If I can help you personally, I totally will. But otherwise, anything, obvious what you came for will be here. But then there's going to be some temptation. There's going to be a few things that are there that don't belong to you or that aren't for you. Are you going to take them? And if you did and you think you got away with it, well, maybe you did for a certain amount of time, right? But now that time is up. The cosmic clock is like click, click, tick tock, ding, 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 ding. As it says, wait, it's not time yet. Things are being woven. So, but it is though. No, but it is time. As far as that goes, yeah, it's like, right, because this is right, separating the wheats and the tares, and etc. So as we just keep doing what we keep, going through. I am getting goosebumps too. I know the goosebumps are the best. I've had a great time visiting with you. I'm so happy that you came, and you're, I think, my first like Facebook. Usually I'm just on YouTube, so I really appreciate. And yeah, the 1010 thing was a big one. That was a connection with us because I was like, I had at 9:30 it was, and I was like, should I do 9:45? And I was like, no. And I was like, 1010 was sticking out in my head, and I was like, I don't want to wait till 1010. So I put 10, and I ended up not coming on till almost 1010 anyhow. And I was like, Facebook's not going to let me come on if I'm another minute late. So I'm so grateful I wasn't that extra minute late, and that, like, yeah, all these weird little conversations we've had on here, awesome and amazing. Keisha, I freaking love you. I'm so grateful for your time and energy. And look, 333. If that means anything to you too, I'm gonna leave that there, and I'm gonna pop off and go refill my cup with my tea and get a little take 3 breaths before I come back on. All right, feet chakras, root, soul, and ground. So maybe go outside barefoot, read a book, stick your feet in the ground, connect with your roots. And yeah, I look forward to interacting with you again, and so grateful, and big hugs to your little ones. I don't know if they're both girls or not, but either way, I have daughters in my head, but because mine are daughters, so hugs to you and your little ones. And the more playful, creative, and imaginative we are, and that we don't allow, right, keep that damn TV off, the tell a vision to tell you what your vision is or what you need to do. Because like we can take anything into context, like it says in my description, right? Kindly take what resonates and leave the rest. And that's with anything. 333-222-11122. Yeah. Have both girls? Ah, I knew it. Yeah. Girly girls. Queens only have queens in physical form. Queen. So yeah. Look up the numerology or the angel numbers, maybe the 333-222. Like whatever numbers start popping up in your fields, like you're driving, you see them on license plate, you turn, you see it on the clock, you hear it, you look at it, and you see it on like a paper or whatever. It's like, yeah, it's like they keep popping up. That means it's like those are your breadcrumbs that the birds can't eat, right? Like from Hansel and Gretel, they kept trying to like leave breadcrumbs when that nasty bitch stepmother kept telling the father that there's not enough food and they need to go in the woods. It's that really interesting. Funny. Yeah, static. Yeah, because everything's a current, right? There's an old saying, radio, not soap. So it's like when our radio station's clear, we have clarity, we can hear clear. When we're out of tune, right, or our body is an immortal instrument. So in order to keep our body in tune, right, we want to not allow too many negative, unnecessary thoughts and feelings to be bobbling around that are implanted from outside sources because they really don't have our best interests in mind, or they're trying to steer us in a certain direction or lure us, right? Jesus, a fisher of men. So they throw a line out, right? A spell, a line, a sentence, right? Or think, because this is how to play. They play like occult or archaic. It's like legalese, like every word has at least 5 different meanings. So you may think, or I may think it's meaning one thing, but then they're like, oh, they used it in a sentence, but they were meaning it in another way, manner. They were using that word and energy in a different form, but they made it sound or look like it was just very basic and politically correct. So that's a lot of the way that, right, we get rocked to sleep or tricked or, right, played for a fool. It's 11:44. So yeah, that those kind of, it's like to be, so again, to be playful, use your imagination, because the truth is going to piss you off before, right, before you can laugh about it. And my father's a plumber. He loves saying, better to get pissed off than pissed on. Plumber humor. So, which is very true, so allow yourself to feel what you got to feel. And then it's like, okay, well, what parts of that is true? It might be certain parts that are, and why are certain words or certain ways that story's being told or played out bothering me, right? Or affecting me. So, and then what other way am I able to look at it? Is there another way, or do I need to do a little research, look up the etymology to a word? Because Merriam-Webster Dictionary and the Oxford Dictionary do not put the proper definitions. They put what they want you to have as the proper definition, and like the original meaning gets buried sometimes underneath second, third, fourth variation of a definition, if it even gets put in there at all. So little things. Nothing new. She always does the opposite of what I say too. Yeah, well, yeah. Well, and too, that's part of our human nature. So when we use words and try to tell each other with words, it don't fucking work. But when we tune in and tap in and remember that we're children of God too, and that we're divine beings also, and no matter how old we are, we're still a child, which is different than being a kid. A kid is a goat and is like a rebellious teenager, right? Or like the goat, they say greatest of all time because their ego, or because, and it's true too. Again, right? There's all these truths and they all apply, but it just depends on which, right, mood we're in, or that being is in, or that it's being presented in. And it could be presented one way, and then later down the right, like look what they put a story out, right? They're fishing for fish. So they throw a line out and see who's going to bite. You see? Yeah. And then they go smoke a cigar and drink lots of alcohol and try to steal everybody's information and make, right, Hollywood stars instead of letting everybody know that they are actually stars and we don't all, right, just revolve around one. It just seems to fall into place. Yeah. When we on the magic stream, right, when we're in that current, when we're in tune with the magic, it's funny, I was just holding this as you said that. Yeah, when we just allow, it all falls right into place. Like I said in the beginning, it's like, yeah, I thought I was going to do one thing, but then, right, I got a thought or a feeling from spirit. Something came through my magic stream, my spirit, my magic radio frequency, my channel, right? Something came through my heart. and told me intuitively to go outside instead. So when I did that, I met two amazing soul family ancestors, right? From God knows where and what time and how, right? And I'm so grateful for that encounter and for this one here with you personally. Thank you, like really, Keisha, for hanging out with me. I'm so grateful. Super, super beautiful. And 18 and 9, if that means anything. And I think I'm going to depart on that note. See ya. Yeah, absolutely. Mwah, sister. One love. And thank you again for your time and energy. And come back again. Please. And have a beautiful, amazing, wonderful, wonderful day, night, morning, evening, moment. Stay present. Time is always now. Mwah.